Are you the same Brianna Elaine Anderson that was charged with the violation of the law that said you failed to identify yourself when you were a fugitive with the intent to give false information?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. It's my understanding that you're going to enter a plea to this charge that's been arranged by your attorney. Before we do that, I need to discuss with you several rights and protections that the Constitution and laws provide. First of all, you always have the right to remain silent in any criminal proceeding. That means that you don't have to make a statement, you don't have to answer questions, and you don't have to submit any kind of paperwork that has your signature, especially papers that admit or confess to some kind of wrongdoing. You understand you have that right.
Yes, sir.
You also have the right to a jury trial. That means that you and your attorney and the state's attorney could select 6 people from a random pool of jurors. Those 6 people would hear the evidence, see the information, hear the testimony, and decide whether you were guilty or not guilty. That's the right to a jury trial. You understand you have that right?
Yes.
You also have the right to confront or face your accusers or witnesses in your proceeding. That means that you and your attorney can question, cross-examine, or challenge any witness that testifies for whatever challenge you wanted to make. You need to realize that that right is also available to the state. They can cross-examine or challenge, but you have that right if you so choose to go to trial. You understand you have the right to face or confront either witnesses or accusers. Ms. Anderson?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. You also have a right to appeal. After all is said and done and settled, you and your attorney together, or you individually, or your attorney individually, can demand that a higher court reviews the official record in this proceeding, the evidence, materials, testimony, everything. And you could do that for whatever reason or challenge you wanted to make. That has to be done with the right type of paperwork and with the right, within the right time limitations. That's called the right to appeal. You have that right. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, now you also have, you and the state individually, each of you has the right to demand that this proceeding or any kind of plea or whatever is done in the open public courtroom. That is not being done because of the COVID pandemic. So it's my understanding, I've reviewed some of the papers, it indicates that you and the state are agreeing to do this by video conference. Now, I inform you that the video conference is being streamed on YouTube, which makes it public. Anyone that wants to can tune in and see and hear. You understand you have that right?
Yes.
I also inform you while we're at it that there is an official record being made by a certified court reporter, Ms. Kayleen Juvera. Now, it is my hope that I will be able to bring and show you some papers. Whoop. The papers that I'm going to show you have at the top what I call identifying information. Okay. Wrong document. Okay, Nicole, what can we do here? Let me see.
Judge, I think myself and Mr. Elderman could probably pull up the documents. And if you're just trying to get the plea paperwork on the screen, is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it up and share it with you guys.
I think we could do it, Mr. Elderman. Can you do it faster? I mean, I have to log into my Adobe account.
Okay, so.
I think I can do it right now.
All right.
Right? Oh,
Is that it?
there it is.
There it is.
Your Honor, just let me know when you need me to scroll.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I
You're
still
welcome,
don't
sir.
get this. I still don't get this stuff the way I should.
Just
All
keep
right.
practicing, sir.
I got to. Ms. Anderson, you're being
Yes,
shown
sir.
now, you're being shown some papers now. And as I started to tell you, at the top is identifying information. Case number 631172, the state of Texas versus Brianna Elaine Anderson in County Court of Law number 5, Bexar County, Texas. That is going to be repeated a multitude of times during when we start a new paper or new document. Below that immediately is the actual title of the particular paper. In this case, it states consent to video conference. I talked to you a moment ago about the fact that you yourself and the state have the right to the public courtroom hearing. This one has been signed by Mr. Andrew Harris Ailman, indicating that the state agrees to the video conference. Did you see and understand this paper?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you see that it was signed by the DA, assistant DA?
Where would it? Where is that at?
You see that paper in front of you? It's got respectfully
Okay, I
submitted.
see it. Yes,
Okay.
sir, I see it.
All right, so that's the document. Go ahead and scroll. That the state agrees. The second one is what's called a discovery acknowledgement. That one again has the identifying information at the top. But this one talks about a particular law. It's called Article 39.14 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. That particular law requires the state to share with you and your attorney all the information, documents, disclosures of material, receipts, everything that is involved, so that you and your attorney are fully aware of this case, the evidence, and that you can make a good decision, a knowledgeable decision. You understand that? It's signed by the state and your attorney, both.
Yes.
All right. The next document, that's yours. That document says that you agree to the video conference that we talked about. You see that document there?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And do you agree that you want to do this by video conference?
Yes.
All right. Now, this next document Again, you see at the top the identifying information. The title of this one is Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights in Court's Admonitions. Marshall White, as her attorney, did you review this document carefully with her?
I did, Your Honor.
All right. You notice there's 3 sentences at the top that are by themselves. The second one says that you are entering a plea, rather, pardon me, the third sentence says you're entering a plea of nolo contendere, no contest, to the charge, failed ID, a fugitive with intent to give false information. Now, is that true that you're going to plead nolo contendere to that, no contest?
That's correct. No contest.
All right. Now, the rest of this document is divided into 15 numbered parts. Number 1 identifies the kind of punishment you can get for the type of crime or violation that you've done, or at least you're going to plead to. There's a stack of boxes that are vertically stacked, and then next to each one is a different type of punishment. Which one is stacked there? Can you see that? Can you read it for me? It's checkmarked.
The Class A,
Right?
$0 to $4,000 fine and 0 days to 1 year jail.
Right. So you're able to read and understand this material, and Mr. Marshall White said he covered that with you. Do you have any questions about this document and what it says?
No, sir.
All right. I will remind you of a couple of things. First of all, you have made a deal with the state, but I don't have to accept it. See, as a judge, I have the authority and responsibility to say yes or no. The deal you made, I don't have to accept. If I don't accept it, or if I give you a punishment within the range you just read to me, but I give you one that's heavier than what the one you agreed to, in either the case, too much or heavier punishment, or I reject the deal, you could start all over again by law, and nothing you've said or signed up till now would be used against you. Was that made clear to you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now where were you born, man?
I was born in Dallas, Texas.
All righty. The papers, the record will show that you are a U.S. citizen. Now, Mr. White or Ms. Anderson, do you all have, either one of you have any questions about this document?
No, Your
No,
Honor.
sir.
Very good. The next document we're going to have will be, I believe you'll scroll down, Mr. Edelman. Keep scrolling, please. This document is essentially a document where I make a certification to you. There is a vertical stack of boxes. Next to each one is a statement about the type of appeal, the right of appeal that you have. The 5th box, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It says, this is a plea bargain case and defendant has no right of appeal. Did you see and understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I will be marking that for the record, the one I just read to you. Scroll, please. All right, now we're going to reload for a moment and get the other sets of papers in here to wrap this up. There we are. This is called a plea agreement. This is the deal that you've made. It starts off with identifying information. The only thing it doesn't have in here, like the other one, is County Court Law number 5. The first 2 boxes in the record will be marked. The first one talks about the right to remain silent. It repeats it again. Then the second box will identify you as a U.S. citizen. Then the next section, it says defendant's acknowledgements. Mr. White, did you and Ms. Anderson carefully review those 5 different declarations with, there's a stack of vertical boxes. Each one has a check mark. That means that you and Ms. Anderson have reviewed this and agreed to it. or acknowledge that. Is that correct, sir?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And Ms. Anderson, that is correct, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Then the next section indicates what the charge is. There's a check mark there. Failure to identify is the brief way of saying what the charge is against you. To that charge, tell me officially how you plead.
I'm sorry, no contest.
Okay, I understand you got the little rascal there. I accept your plea of no contest. Scroll a little more, please. I am ordering you to appear within 7 days of today to have your thumbprint placed on the different documents in this case in accordance with the law. Scroll, please. Based on your plea of no contest and the evidence, I find that you are guilty. You are sentenced to 2 days Bexar County Jail. 0 fine, 0 costs. You are granted credit for time served, time and money run concurrently. It is the court's finding that you have satisfied this judgment. Therefore, you owe nothing further to the state or to this court on this particular case. Any questions, Ms. Anderson?
No, Your Honor.
Any questions, Mr. White?
Your Honor, just to make sure Ms. Anderson understands, she needs to go to County Court 5 for that thumbprint, or can she do that somewhere else in the courthouse, or?
Yeah, you'll have to come over to the offices of County Court 5. They're in the hallway behind the courtroom. Once you get in the hallway, there's no way you can miss it. You'll find it. All righty?
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Okay, any further questions, Ms. Anderson?
No, Your Honor.
All right, you take good care and be safe. Mr. White, thank you for your time and courtesy. Any questions from you, sir?
No, not at all, Your Honor. I appreciate it, and same to everyone. Have a good afternoon.
You too.
Take care,
Mr.
Ms.
Edelman,
Anderson.
Thank
Yes, Your
you.
Honor.
any questions at this time, sir? On this
Yes,
matter?
but not related to this matter, sir.
Am I free to leave?
Yes, ma'am, you're free. Take care. Be blessed. Take care of that little rascal. How old is he?
He's 1 year old.
Oh, boy. All right. Well, God bless you and him. Take care.
Okay, thank you.
All right, take care. Bye.